Only manages 1 of 2. Four.
Taking the speed here.
Doubled up. Keels to Banchero. Keels. Gets Duke the lead by 1. Keels just hit one. Big down, back. 4. Step back 3. Duke.
How about the confident
Rhythm. More.
Look at this kid play.
It to himself.
He's been magnificent.
They
nice
jump and roll to him, and he lays it in. He's having a huge out.
Going here.
Yeah, they got to go, and you got to hit the offensive glass too.
Likes. Look at that rebound.
A new landlord. Whew.
Duke with 4 seconds. To Keels with the 3. Knocks it down at the buzzer.
Dagger. Early. Got to go for it now. Trying to extend the floor a little bit.
You got 2 guys for Arkansas with 4 fouls, Tony and Note. See if Roach in particular tries to attack when he gets the ball.
This has been the key move, I think. Get Roach off the ball so you don't have Note or others. Davis is a great defender, too. And then let him get it at the end of it if Banchero doesn't go.
Griffin again.
How about
There's that shot again.
The snow as well.
The heart and soul of this team.
Yeah. He's been around, right, Jim?
Yeah, he was actually on the bench. That Texas Tech run all the way to the championship game when Virginia beat him for the title in overtime. He was redshirted that year, injured, but he was in the layup line in Minneapolis in uniform, redshirted. Here is Griffin. Got the 3.
That's what I like. That.
Roach directs Griffin to the top of the key.
Automatic switch. See if they can take advantage.
They're going to front the post. You got to flash it into that elbow.
Yeah, exactly. High-low.
Roach, free throw line, back out with it. Moore. Oh, he almost walked. Banchero lobs it. Right over the rim for it. Roach trying to work that screen that John was setting. Then released, but it wasn't there underneath. Keels. Banchero only attempted 1 in the second half.
He loves that drive spin.
Griffin, tough shot. Got it. All net. More net. And now all Big 12 at Texas Tech and leading their charges here tonight.
He'll be playing for a long time, I think.
Banchero.
Nice catch.
And
bounce, see if they come with a rake or a double.
And 2 to shoot. Roach knows it. And it's tapped back out.
Great job by the big guy, I believe. Huh?
Right to Griffin.
He can elevate. Just turn, don't charge.
Banchero, look at Walker with a quick hand.
He took a shot, too.
Yeah, he was stunned for a moment.
And fighting him down there on that block.
What? Tournament semifinals to Purdue, the only time he's been shut out. What a way to bounce back.
He barely spoke to us. He wants to talk to you about golf.
Yeah, that's his game, of course, from Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. Banchero.
There you go.
Nice pass. What a pass.
How good is that? To the wing. Big time stroke.
They had that dry spell where they missed 11 straight shots. Now they've made 5 consecutive. 2 minutes to go in the half.
I don't think Hauser can handle him in the post area.
Griffin.
You know, Griffin.
Automatic switching can be dangerous. Roach may have the matchup he wants. He's got Gabe Brown.
Keels. Is it? Banchero. Keels can tie it right here. Does! How about that? What a shot.
I think they'd have to spell it out.
Takes it to the hole and misses on the dunk.
Nice cross.
Look at Roach. Look at it go!
Oh, what was that? Terrific coach and treating his kids.
Took a team that was picked 7th beginning of the year in the Big West. Took them to the championship. Now taking on Duke with 6.5 to go in the first half. Here's Roach.
Little zone. They get a good look, and he has been drilling.
Nice jumper by Harris. They cut the lead to 13. been down as many as 20. 9-2 stretch. Griffin.
Pretty nice and easy.
Family's been pretty good to Duke, huh? Duke's been good to them.
Yep, no question about it.
Sister Elizabeth, National Player of the Year in 2015.
Aaron.
Banchero.
Nice cut by Keels. Another look. And a bounce.
He got strength and size in this matchup. And here he goes. The kick. He draws the crowd. Kicks it to Moore, who buries the three.
I think you're going to see a lot of that pick and pop action. And Wardenberg had 5 assists in that game at Cameron Indoor Stadium. He is a good passer, so they want to cut off him.
Switch. Wardenberg now on Banchero. Griffin, another three, and Duke on the board.
TCU punched their ticket to get him. The Horned Frogs. That's not the most inspiring mascot, do you think? The Horned Frogs.
I'm going to get your opinion on the Hokie Bird later on during our second game tonight.
Smart by McGusty. It's easy to say, hard to do, but he got that shot off quickly before the shot blocker, Mark Williams, could react to it. It'll take more time, and he's going to wipe that away.
Not a whole lot Isaiah Wong. Mike Krzyzewski doesn't call guys point guard, shooting guard, that sort of thing, but he's been as big a playmaker as they have on the team.
Well, essentially, he did play point guard early on in the season. He initiates offense quite a bit.
Williams sticking with it, and it's the largest.
And you mean that in the most positive sense of the word, because I'm an old man, and so are you.
Not younger than you. I'm oldish. Wendell Moore, the switch. Jay, Syracuse is doing some different things on defense here, and maybe it's because they don't have Buddy Boeheim as Wendell Moore.
He did say, I've learned a lot from what happened yesterday. He's apologized. And he said, this is not who I am. This is not going to define who I am. He still believes he's a very good person. And he said, I've just learned you can't let the emotion of the game control you.
He can post you up. So he can take you in from the perimeter and back you down. And he's a natural right-handed player that shoots it lefty.
Roach for three. The 3 Syracuse players each with 2. Wide open. Moore. Yes.
Too easy. You're basing much of that in the first half of the attack of the rim. I think we'll see much more in the second.
Gerard slipped, turned it over. Moore the slam at the other end, and
and that's why you want Cole Swider out there. We got the triangle in 2. Gerard on Keels and Torrance on Moore.
Roach for 3. Rattles in.
Jeremy Roach.
8 today.
He's been a revelation. Transferred in from Marquette. Not a shooter, but a terrific penetrator.
And he's getting the bulk of the minutes Buddy Boeheim would have had. Williams muscles his way in.
So worried about Mark Williams in that 4-5 ball screen.
Pull up by Manick. Short. Carolina stay within striking distance with Baycott on the bench the last minute, 10 of the half. Duke by 6 right now.
Boy, Williams wide open.
Not a thing Manick could do about
To support her husband.
Ollie, thank you. I think for a lot of people, they know Mike Krzyzewski only as the coach at Duke. But of course, Jay, he played at Army. He served at Army. Was a captain. Army. He might wind up first team all ACC. If not, you think definitely second team. Banchero with the offensive rebound.
That inside position, they were looking to go high-low, and got to take on Baycott here. He's saying, get out of the way. Good help by R.J. Davis.
That leaves Keels open, though, and he drills it.
Ball screen by Baycott, and then Manick set a back screen against Baycott's the roll defender, and then popped out for the 3. Great execution in the middle of the floor. What a pass.
Banchero to Williams. Low. And it's down to Moore. 3:20 to go. Duke beat Carolina by 20 a month ago in Chapel Hill. Carolina trying to flip the script here tonight.
He's going to look to drive this.
Baycott stays down. The kick to Moore for 3.
On the Pitt side, John Hughley wearing the number 23, 6'9", 280. Tracks a lot of fouls. He goes to the line a lot. Although Pitt coming in at 11 and 18. Here's Keels way downtown. He's going to bury that. From Brooklyn, New York. And Brooklyn is where the upcoming ACC tournament is going to be held. And Duke, with a win tonight, can be the #1 seed in that tournament. They will lock it up.
And Odekale got off to a great start in his ACC career. 25 points for him in his debut versus Miami a year ago. And wondering, and if this team can shoot as half this well as the postseason comes along, you're talking not only just dangerous.
Wendell Moore with the slam. Coach K. And set to get it rocking and rolling here in Central New York. Look at the Degree starting lineup. And for Duke, it's Keels, Moore Jr., Banchero, Griffin, and Williams. Keels did not play the first time that they squared off at Cameron Indoor. He was out with a calf injury. Here's Griffin, who rarely misses, and he starts on the scoreboard at last. He'll fire a long-distance shot, in and out. Banchero over the top and slammed in by Williams
against this Syracuse line.
Swider, another opportunity off the back of that iron. It comes out high. And Moore will slow things down, wait for his teammates and Banchero. Banchero with 8 double-digit rebounding games. Once again, and that's going to be tipped up and in by Williams. It's unique, it's creative, and I think a very heartfelt honor for him.
Well, and you're talking about true friends. As Mark.
Here's Boeheim, and knocks down a three-pointer. They're going to need a whole lot of that. He's averaging 19 points a game, Buddy Boeheim. #2 in the ACC in scoring, but he needs a lot more help.
Like Buddy Boeheim is, as he starts off the second half with the bucket, and now a 13-0 run in favor of the Orange as they try to get this crowd back in the game.
Banchero, very unselfish.
Basketball, well, 18 points for him. He's had a good offensive night. The problem for Syracuse, they just haven't found a way to stop Duke.
And that
watching episode 7. Okay, disclaimer, best ACC tournament all time, Randolph-Childress. We all know it. I'm not watching episode 8 because I'm not trying to hear about Randolph-Childress in this ACC tournament.
Williams with another.
You see at 6'9", Banchero, 6'10", really. Banchero's size maybe bothering Gardner just a little bit.
Well, when you have to fade away like that, that's a really difficult shot. You're shooting at a moving target, and you have a 6'10" guy with a hand up bothering it.
Now a touch on the block for Banchero. He's doubled, and a nice pass inside to Theo John.
Poppy. Not really tough nicknames, but tough guy.
Statman chasing Griffin around a couple of screens. Griffin shooting almost 50% from 3 on the season. Some good minutes early tonight for Roach. Look at that pass from Banchero to Williams. And the foul on hands of the Blue Devils.
That's more of a matchup. A.J. Griffin, who did a good job defensively, that Gardner can shoot over. Banchero is a lot more difficult.
Here's the double on Banchero, the kick to Griffin, and Duke needed that one.
Banchero tried to throw through 4 arms to get to the weak side.
Roach with a full head of steam and lays it in with a left hand.
Williams there. Sometimes you can hear footsteps.
And an early sub for Mike Krzyzewski. Jeremy Roach, who played very well in the first half, in there for A.J. Griffin.
Yeah, Roach did a great job off the bench, not only defensively on Kihei Clark, but had 7 points. He was Duke's leading scorer in the first half.
Helped by Cafaro. Roach for 3. How about that?
Right. This is tireless and now seemingly lifelong battle to try and defeat pediatric cancer.
Well, we wish you well, Dickie V. We're pulling for you. And I'm going to hit him up.
Telling us today that he doesn't want to go against that set Duke defenses all the time tonight. A steady diet of that will not be good for the Demon Deacons. Good look from Banchero to A.J. Griffin, and a chance for. They thought he was going to miss the entire season, Daddy, with a blown Achilles tendon, suffered in late spring, but he recovered quickly. Now played 8 games and provided them a lot of offense off the bench in those games.
16 threes and 2 twos. The 3 when they go with this big lineup on the floor. He's 6'8". He's a tremendous three-point shooter. He can really stretch the defense.
How about that position?
And then kick. Unless you're Dallas Walton, you can get into his body because you got size.
Walton, who had 5 quick points, had no luck on that one. Good-looking shot, just wouldn't go down. Banchero, another great look. Thank you very much. Get an update on that when you can. You see the seat between Nolan Smith and head coach in waiting John Shire is empty. That's one Coach K was in the first half.
Right side, where he can get assists, steals, rebounds, and get them into their transition game. And he's a really good perimeter defender.
Alondis Williams had that last basket.
You kind of take guys like that for granted sometimes. I think he
said there's only 2 of us. I thought he was joking. He's like, no, we're on our own tonight, and certainly something we will watch as this game progresses. Only 2 referees. Wendell Moore for 3. Really, it's been phenomenal watching him work.
I don't know about you. When I was at Ithaca College, a C+ I wasn't very happy about. I know you at BC didn't get many C+s, but what do you think about that defense grade?
Well, I think the biggest thing for him is he struggled shooting the ball as of late. I think to close this half out, if I'm Duke, I'm going right back to him. Let him get the ball in the post.
Banchero again. Oh, my goodness. Mark Wood.
Brownell saw the proficient display of rebounding by Duke and realized his team needed a little bit more size. Banchero swings it to the corner. Another clean look right in front of the Clemson. For the Clemson legend, it's Duke 22, Clemson 14. Both teams in their last games, a single possession separated them from their opponent. A loss for both. Banchero off to Williams. It's the easy. So it's a shorthanded Clemson roster. They were at full strength last time these teams played in January. A 2-point Duke win, at which point Duke was shorthanded without Trevor Keels.
12 by 10 points or fewer, and now a 3-ball goes down 32-20 as Franklin scores again. He has 8, and it's a 17-3 run. It's a great pass to Gardner, gets his man in the air and scores. Clark made that play, and Gardner finished it. Gardner with 15.
Absolutely. You're talking about a young man who made the biggest play in UVA basketball history against Purdue, and right now, T.A. Clark is stepping up and making
8 and has 16 points. Heel strong all the way.
I checked it, and that was in 1986. She said, I wanted to be here, of course, for his last, but even more so for these young players on this team. So many sophomores and freshmen have never been in this moment. Coach K's granddaughters are here for the very first time, a very special family moment.
Love, cross-court pass. Duke gets a hand on it now in transition. Banchero to Moore. And 1.
The decision by Malik Williams.
Banchero looks for the cutter. And Wendell.
He's from Griffin created the separation, but the length at the rim changed this game for Duke. Banchero and Williams. And was making the point earlier about Dre Davis's mid-range shot. There's no question it's now in the subconscious. The length at the rim and the shot blocking of Duke.
Hanging from the rim.
Knocks down another 3. Clemson headed toward the 6-minute mark with a 3-point lead. Dawes has hit a couple of 3-pointers. He's shooting better than 40% from behind the arc this season.
Well, give Clemson all the credit, but Duke has not looked sharp in this first half, and Clemson has been razor sharp in their execution.
Banchero thought about it. Now the Baker, who's already hit a couple of them, make a 3 for Joey Baker.
He kind of felt like if Duke gets another score there, they might be able to stretch this out a bit. That's a great answer by the Tigers. Here comes the double.
And the skip to Moore from the corner. Collins, as he went to the Clemson bench, Jay, who seemed to be indicating that at some point he had taken a little shot in the gut area, so you hope that's all it is. And they will be able to come back shortly. Banchero kicking it out to Moore.
It's a possession by Clemson.
Duke has missed 10 of his last 12 field goal attempts.
They're trying to isolate Banchero on the elbow. And he can go with that dribble handoff. Now the little 4 or 5 ball screen got the switch. Now he's got Hall.
Roach in the corner. And it's a much needed three.
Against Mark Williams, that matchup is going to be really important throughout the course of this game.
Offensive rebound, Paolo Banchero.
Syracuse not a good defensive rebounding team, but the key is giving up second chance points.
Gerard. He does not need much time. He does not need much space, but that one rattles out on him.
Well, he can load it up as he's turning. And those are shots that Gerard and Buddy Boeheim, hit routinely. And they start hitting a couple of them. All of a sudden, they get more and more confident.
Here's a good look for Baker. And he'll knock it down.
And he was operating on the baseline with little baseline bumps, little screens along the block, and he moves so well without the ball. Gets his feet set so quickly.
Boy, wide open again. The best
success finding shooters in the corners, and when the wings come up, both the Boeheim brothers, when they come up a little bit, that means the corners can be open.
Banchero the kick. Roach the 3. And Duke hot now from...
They're buying in. They're buying into the program and the culture of 10, 11 guys. Play as hard as you can play. Let me know when you got to come out, and somebody else will come in and do the same job.
And Dan, it takes the pressure off of having to come in and be a 20-point scorer. And when you consider the fact that, hey, if you come in and play your role very well, that's what most guys are going to better. And got to make sure they value each and every possession, especially when you're playing against Duke, who can score in bunches.
First turnover committed by Florida State tonight. Banchero had a terrific start to the game. Got Naheem McLeod on him right now. Nice find to Wendell Moore Jr. for the corner 3.
He would have definitely loved to have been in and getting engaged with the crowd. Of course, the Blue Devils coming into the building, and you're always going to get the opposing team's best shot when Duke steps into their ring.
These two programs will meet again next month up in Durham. Good look here for Trevor Keels, and he'll bury it.
And that's number 11 to your 7 or 8, and hope that he can wear you down over the course of the game.
Yeah, he always says, we may not beat you 1 through 5, but we can beat you 1 through 13. Yeah. And that's always been the goal.
Clock's at 5. Polite, clean look. Osborne the save, but it belongs to Wendell Moore and the Blue Devils with 2 minutes to go in regulation. Up top, Banchero to Williams, and it couldn't finish. And now the crowd trying to help out the Noles at the defensive end. Good defense by Butler on Banchero. Griffin with a floater to tie it.
Evans, but it often switches with that last position who it is Butler tonight.
Over the top. Williams again. Another feed.
Duke will switch 1 through 4.
Quavion Smith for 3 off the side rim. Banchero the other way. Keels steps into a 3. Got it.
Is unlike anything they've ever experienced because they didn't have a COVID stoppage last year. They had some games postponed, but Paolo Banchero told us that he was in the hotel room. They didn't get to run. There wasn't very much conditioning, but the strength coach had left some resistance bands for him, and that's what he likes to do is stay loose and then...
Nice strong left-handed drive by Breon Pass.
Once the shot blockers are away from the rim, NC State has been able to score in the paint. It's a really good opportunity for the Wolfpack right here. Can you get 3 stops in a row?
Theo John, the reverse. Flips it and flips it in.
What a finish.
19 points for Quavion Smith.
Duke will take a little time here, and I think the ball should be in Banchero's hands.
He takes over now. 5 to shoot. Banchero, spin move in the lane. Back door. Easily done for Wendell.
Walton for Wake Forest, transfer out of Colorado. Both of these teams could score. We were just talking about the Duke offense. Wake Forest, one of the best scoring teams in the ACC. Griffin hits the three.
In game that both teams cashed in on their opening possession. That's Cam McGusty, who's the go-to guy for this Hurricanes team.
One of the most difficult shot makers in college. And that would equate to points in the paint. That has not been the case in this one right here. Miami has dominated that department. They are 28 points in the paint to 18 for Duke.
Rocks the rim. Back mode. Look at Mecca strong to the basket. Corey, just the second field goal of the year for Jordan Mecca.
Jordan Mecca providing some offense, some wanted offense. However,
5-point lead, Corey, and feels like Georgia Tech's got to be careful here. Blake's a three. Dunk followed by Griffin off the back iron. You see the field goal shooting is not particularly special here in the first half.
No, but and you're 100% correct. With Georgia Tech has to be careful. And you remember Georgia Tech just had an opportunity to make this a one-point game, and they.
Corey, we saw Virginia Tech come off of the pause tonight and lose by 5 at home to NC State, by the way, 68-63. There's a standing three from the right.
Break didn't necessarily motivate Duke. It's motivated Michael DeVoe. You see his energy level is up, and just like that, this is a 6-point game. It's far from over. The Trevor Kill
on Wake Forest team trying to get back into the win column here in conference play tonight as we are underway. Duke winning the opening tip.
Virginia Tech starts out in man-to-man. They're a containment man team. Most of their defense is going to be played inside that three-point line, but they're very physical inside that line.
First shot by Keels. For the Hokies, he's their number one player.
Got a ball reversal to start the game from the left side of the floor to the right. And Aluma, if he gets one-on-one in the post, he'll go after. He's also a very good passer out of the post.
Keels just buried that three moments ago. Wendell Moore. Banchero off the fake. A lot of attention, he always does, but they get it outside for another. And the 6'5" Moore puts it in here for Keels. Banchero, the man right now. Great pass on the cut to Keels.
And we are ready for basketball. Thankfully, Mark Williams, jumping center. And he wins the tap from Michael Graham, and it's Duke with the ball first. Blue Devils working inside where Williams should have a huge size advantage at 7'1". He gets deep into the paint and scores on the first
year of high school. He was coming to Duke, and he wanted to play for Coach K. And again, for this reason alone, he wanted to be coached by the best.
Moore will lift and knock in a three. 5'11" sophomore, but the follow is up and good. And keep an eye on number 20 for the Bulldogs. That is T.J. Madlock. That's the coach's son. And he's darn good, too, 6'3" freshman.
Absolutely, and got a game winner to his credit, going on the road at South Florida. Coming up.
First half, Williams couldn't get to that one, and laid in by Cameron Jones. He's the number one scorer on the team, the 6'6" sophomore out of Memphis.
That's kind of what we would expect our team to have played in 2 weeks.
Well, he's backed up and in with it by Oliver Hampton, yep. 45-23 Duke. Roach with a bounce here. Banchero back for Roach. Shot clock down to 12. He'll swing it up top and swished in by
Up as to whether or not, how well this team could shoot it this year.
Gary backs out for a three. That won't drop for him. Keels. Tough angle, but he lays it in. So the three-point shots we mentioned, Duke 8 out of 11. The Bulldogs just 1 for 11. Fast break points. Look at that advantage. Duke 20 zip. And what a way to start the second half of the slam. Jones. And he'll score it. He hasn't had many highlights tonight, their top player, but there's one. He has 10. Here's Baker from the corner. He can hit that.
It's pretty remarkable.
There used to be a plan on what Bill Raftery drank, but it was vastly different.
Alley-oop, good pass. Banchero found
Holmgren and Watson. On a switch. Paolo won't go, and here come the Blue Devils again. Banchero, Williams. Overs between these two teams.
Well, just what we expected. And Mark Williams for Duke has been spectacular. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. He's blocked 4 shots and changed several others.
We're trying to back down to Bolton. Now the kick to Roach. Williams over Timmy.
And he's threw the ball better than 50%.
And I think the big number for him, it's not even a number, it's leadership. That's the word I think that he brings to this team. He brings calmness, but leadership to a very young team.
Blue Devils going to the same starting 5 that they've used all season. Moore pulls the trigger and connects. Wendell Moore. Conference, Hayden Brown knocking it down. Inside Banchero, great feed. Theo John the finish. The go-to guy has 10 of the Citadel's 33.
Coach K up off the bench, not happy. But that's the problem.
Theo John swiped it away. Kicked out to Moff. No good. Great feed up to Wendell Moore Jr.
Quickest releases I've seen early in the season. I mean, my goodness. That is a quick release from deep through nothing but bottoms.
The Citadel shooting out of their minds. 13 of 20. Lobs it up. Clark can't corral it. Here's Banchero showing off the handles. Lobs it up, and Mark Williams. Sophomore for Duke. Roach left open for 3. Banchero offensive rebound. That's good. Coach K was telling us before the game, it's a hard-working group that loves to play defense, and you can see it, too.
Yeah, they are. They're playing as a unit, but right now I think the issue is figuring out this zone. I think at that foul line area, that's the key. That's how you want to attack.
Banchero. But they've been excellent on defense. Baker, another 3. This one goes.
And score, Lance Perry. Gardner-Webb, they've now made 3 straight after going over to the prior 6.
That was some kind of move in transition right there. Running Bulldogs back to the man-to-man.
Fields hit one right out of the chute. This time taking his time. Shot clock's at 4. Keels has to fire. Second three-pointer.
A really good under-control move by Reed, who can use, obviously, both hands on the inside.
Keels. He's been the story offensively.
And he's got a great mind for the game.
Well, he's going to be 35 years old after the season when he gets the job. Coach K was 33 when he got the job in 1980. In the corner, Baker gets a good look. Buries it to